Greetings, salutations, Eddie here. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be presenting a book review. And today's book review is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This is a standalone fantasy. This is an Alice in Wonderland prequel. This book follows Catherine, aka Kath. She is destined to be the Queen of Hearts, but she doesn't want to be the Queen of Hearts. She just wants to open up a bakery with her friend Mary Ann, who is also her maid. She is this amazing, talented baker who creates like lemon tarts and salted caramel, tarts and like these amazing like delicacies. However, her mother does not like that. She does not like that because she believes that Catherine would be a better queen than a baker. But at a royal ball, she meets a court jester or court joker, whatever you want to call him, named Jess, who sweeps her away. Romance starts to fuel, and they have a secret courtship. And there's this magical madness, sort of fun, like quirkiness that Alice in Wonderland, the world of Wonderland, is really quite known for. And I was really excited to read this book because this was announced after she announced this. I remember she was doing a Google Hangout for Crest back in 2014. And so this has been in the works for quite some time. Kind of interesting that there's a standalone fantasy for young adults. But I think the way that the story goes, it can be a standalone. I can't see any breaks where it can be a trilogy. And I think I kind of like it that way. And I was really excited because she's really good at fairy tale retelling, so I was really excited to see what she was going to do with Alice in Wonderland. The thing about Marissa Meyer, let me put this book. The thing about Marissa Meyer is that she can take these fairy tales that we all know and love. Like Cinderella, she turned Cinderella into a cyborg. Scarlet, she turned her into like this badass woman. And then Rapunzel, she turned her into a computer hacker stuck in a satellite. And then Snow White, she made her a princess who refused to use her lunar power. But how the story goes in each book is very refreshing and very interesting and very creative and unique, if I'm to be honest. It's something I've never read before, and that's why it's my favorite series ever. Not just because of that, but because I just love the writing, the character interactions, just everything about those books. I've not read the Renegades trilogy yet, but I'm planning on reading it in 2021. Heartless took me a while to read because it's a standalone fantasy, and also I'm coming to terms that fantasy isn't like my forte right now, but I love Marissa Meyer. She's my favorite author ever, and I want to support everything that she does. Whether it's a good book, bad book, and if Cinder comes out and people aren't really liking it, I'm still going to go see it and support her and see if I like it or don't like it. Now, for my review of Heartless. I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. So, I love Catherine. I think the narrator was I think Catherine was a very interesting narrator for the most part. I just love all the conversations she has with like Cheshire and Marianne and Jess. While she does have to follow the rules of like what it means to be royalty, she still is her own person, and that's why I really, really, really like her. And by the end of the book, I really loved her character development. While the journey to become the Queen of Hearts at the end was quite a tragic one, it still sort of felt like a really true interpretation of the Queen of Hearts that we all know. And then we have Jest. Jest is the most charismatic son of a bitch ever. I love him. I just really like the description of his magic, the description of like the way that he looks, his character, or his interactions with Kath and the other characters. I just think that he's a very charismatic character, and I really, really, really cared for him. Marianne is a side character, and I really like her as well. She's such a sweetheart as well. The king is a wimp, okay? You could definitely tell, and he doesn't really know what he's doing, but then Catherine comes in and shows him up. It's actually really funny, and I just cannot stand the king. I really can't, and I also can't stand Catherine's mother or father because they did not support her dream whatsoever. If I was her parents, she told me that she wants to open up a bakery, you better bet I will be the first customer in line at her bakery, because the treats that Catherine makes in this book sound absolutely scrumptious, and that's why I put the book down several times, because I got so hungry reading the book. The first line Like the first paragraph, 3 luscious lemon tarts glistened up at Catherine. She reached her towel-wrapped hands into the oven, ignoring the heat that enveloped her arms and pressed against her cheeks, lifted the tray from the hearth. The tart's sunshine filling quivered as if to be free, as if glad to be freed from the stone chamber. Now, I'm a sucker for lemon tarts. You give me a lemon tart, I'm gonna eat the whole tray. And I didn't have lemon tarts while reading this book, so I got hungry. Damn you, Marissa. And then another thing that I really like about the book too, as well, is that just the world of Wonderland was just so nostalgic to me, because while I never read the Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, I watched the Disney film, both the animated and the live action, like 1,000 times. I love those films so much, and I can't explain to you why. I just think it's like the weird quirkiness of it all. Like, I love, Alice meeting, the Queen of Hearts and the Mad Hatter and the Hare and Cheshire and Tweedledee and Tweedledum. It's really fun to sort of explore Wonderland from like a older Wonderland from a young Queen of Hearts perspective, because we don't really know what the young Queen of Hearts, what a child Queen of Hearts was doing, and what an old Wonderland looked like. Because we only know Wonderland from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland / Alice in Wonderland. And then another thing that I really loved about the story, of course, is the writing. I think the descriptions of the ballroom and the descriptions of the feelings of that Kath was feeling, the feeling of like being like mad with Catherine. I think that was really well done. I just love the descriptions of everything from the kingdom to the little town to the crossroads to just everything about it. I loved it. I think it was a really, really, really great book. Now, a thing that I did not like about the book is that I feel like Catherine and Jess's relationship could have been, I feel like this book could have been a little bit longer so that we can get more of a Catherine-Jess relationship. While we did have some of it that was really good, I still wanted more of it because I feel like we were just getting to the good part of it for the end of the book, obviously. Aside from that, I think that this book was very well done. Really enjoyed it. Is it my favorite Marissa Meyer novel? No, but I highly recommend it. I think it was a really great story. I think that Marissa Meyer has a gift of, or a talent of, taking a fairy tale or an old story that we know, twisting it around and making it unique and making it really fun to read. So I really can't wait for her Gilded novel, which is her Rumpelstiltskin retelling. I think a retelling that I think she would do a really good job at is Wizard of Oz. I think she would do a really good job with the Wizard of Oz. I'm really excited to see what else she has, what story she has brewing in her mind. So I thoroughly enjoyed Heartless. I'm glad that this is a standalone because I don't know how this could be turned into a duology or a trilogy. But that's just me. And it was a full circle. But I think it had a good beginning, middle, and an end. This is all one story. And I think it worked. Now, if she makes a part 2 that comes out in like 2023, I'll buy it because I'll see, because I'm interested in what she will do. So my next Marissa Meyer novel that I'm going to be reading is Renegades. I did read this book, but I'm going to reread it because I don't remember a damn thing that happens in it. So like I said, 4 out of 5 for Heartless by Marissa Meyer. Let me know what you guys thought of it down below. Anyways, it's going to be it for me from today. If you guys enjoyed this video, please get a big thumbs up and comment down below your thoughts of this book. And which fairy tale do you think that Marissa Meyer should do next? For more content, hit that subscribe button. And I will be back soon with another video. Deuces.